Assalamu alaikum everyone. In today's video what I'm going to do, I will be showing you how many bottle gourds I've planted so far. Bottle gourds and also pumpkins, Mishti Lao as they call them in Bengali. Now as you can see in the polytunnel, I've got two bottle gourds here. I planted two. I planted these quite some time ago, and to be honest they're doing well. As you can have a look at it, they've grown all the way up there. And last year I had about 7. I got 7 out of it. I've got a few small ones here as well, which I might replant somewhere else. So I'm looking for space. I'm running out of places to actually plant these bottle gourds. So last year I got 7 out of the polytunnel. Now the polytunnel is quite good for planting stuff because it's warm all the time. Now as I get outside here, this spot is new. This spot I've done recently. I've never planted bottle gourds here, but this is one of the sunniest spots in my garden. It gets sunshine nearly all day. So I thought this season I'm going to plant 2 bottle gourds here. As you can see, I've got them in the big green bucket. So I have no idea if they'll do well there. Now as we get into my greenhouse, conservatively turned into a greenhouse, as you can see, I've got 2 bottle gourds in here as well, 2 bottle gourd plants. Now last year by this time I actually already had a bottle gourd growing. So this year I'm a bit slow. Now the plants inside the house, they tend to be a lot stronger because they're not subject to the wind and the weather outside, so they're a lot better looking. As we go into the garden, as we go downstairs into the lower part of my garden, the Deshi part I call it, because I've got a lot of stuff that relates to Bangladesh in here. So yeah, I've got about 6, I think. I've got 6 bottle gourds here, you can see. Now mashallah, they're doing well. Now the thing about this part of the garden is last year I got plenty of bottle gourds here. Because what they tend to do is they grow all the way up. They grow up and they grow up onto the trees. And as you can, if you ever look at my videos from last year, I got a lot of bottle gourds and I actually had to cut them down from the trees. So I had to make a special stick to get them down. So I've had quite a lot from here. I had a lot of success from here. So inshallah, hoping the same this year. But you never know, anything's possible. Might get a lot, might get nothing. That's the thing about gardening, it's a risk you take. You have no idea what you're going to get. As we get along here, this is probably where I got my most bottle gourds last year. So I've got about 6 here as well, 6 or 7. I've got a few small ones in here as well, which haven't started growing quite well. So these ones, to be honest, look the weakest. With these ones being subjected to the wind, and it's quite windy on this part. And as you can see, they're not very strong. But slowly they'll get stronger as we get better weather. And hopefully the weather gets warmer, it will get stronger. Now these have been brought out quite early, so a lot earlier than a lot of other people. So we're just testing. I mean, hopefully they do well. Now as you can come along here, this is a cucumber plant I've planted here. And then along here, I've got the pumpkins. As you can see, they've already started flowering. I think I've got a little pumpkin growing, but I'm not sure if it's been pollinated because it was inside. I got this out about 2 days ago, so didn't have any insects there, so I'm not sure. But this is a good spot for pumpkins. I've got quite a few pumpkins out of here last year. Got more here, more pumpkins here. So this is my spot. This side and the other side, as you see, the pumpkin spot. Another one here. It's going to climb up onto the trellis I've made for it. Got a few potatoes here, and I've got another one here. So hopefully we should get good results. Now pumpkins are a lot stronger than bottle gourds, so they're okay for the weather outside. As we get along here, as you can see, I've got more pumpkins. These are various types. This one I think is just a normal type, and I've got a few extra large ones, which are seeds I got from the allotment, my Dullabai's allotment. So this one I think is from the extra large variety. So hopefully inshallah this year we will get good pumpkins. As you get along here, this place I've given a little makeover with all the astroturf. These are melons I've planted, honey melons I believe. So I have no idea, first time I planted melons, so let's see if they do well. If they do, it's great. If they don't, I've got nothing to lose, as I always say. Hopefully I should get a few melons. I mean, the plant's looking very healthy. I've given it a place to climb up. empty cage here. So if anyone's got a bird, if you've got a bird that you know you don't want, I'm always available for you to give it to me. As we get along here, I've got 2 bottle gourds here, as you can see, and this is quite new, this spot. So this year I thought I've made a rather big trellis. I thought I'd plant more bottle gourds here because I've had success last year from here. Last year I had about 3 plants. This year I planted more. These again, another 2 I've got here, as you can see, and they should climb up. Hopefully they should climb up to this trellis I've made from bamboo. Last year I had a smaller size trellis, but this year I've gone all out, hopefully, hoping for a lot. So inshallah we should get a good season, but you never know, like I said. And as we get along here, 2 more, no sorry, I've got more than 2 here. Planted quite a lot together. I didn't want to separate them, so what I've done, I've stuck them all in, and this is the first time I've actually done this. I've planted all the bottle gourds, about 4 or 5 of them together in one spot. Same here, this is where I planted bottle gourd last year. I got a good success rate, so I've planted more this year. Like I said, for anyone who's planting bottle gourds, try it all different spaces of your garden. You never know where they're going to do well, where they're not going to do well. And the thing is, the more bottle gourd plants you plant, the chances are the more bottle gourds you're going to get. So I've planted total about 35-40 bottle gourds. So I'm hoping for about 80-100 bottle gourds, but you never know. Now, as you get along here, this is quite a new spot. I mean, I planted one last year, but I planted late and I didn't get, it wasn't that successful. So this year I planted quite more, a lot of them in a basket, as you can see, about 4 or 5 plants in there. The idea is they'll climb up onto my balcony, along the balcony, and if possible I want to see bottle gourds dangling. Now that's the idea. Now if it becomes like that, I'm not quite sure reality. I've also got a grape plant here, as you can see. Now hopefully I'll be keeping an eye on these plants, because if they do start climbing up the balcony, it should look quite good actually, as you can see. If they start growing quite a lot of bottle gourds. So this is about it, everyone. I mean, hopefully inshallah we'll all get a good season, a good nice season, loads of bottle gourds and loads of sunny weather. So thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to watch the next video and also updates on these bottle gourds. And once again, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and assalamu alaikum.